Hey yo, what's up guys? Welcome to Creator Chats. We are here at Gank Studios and I'm your host, Cholo Tolentino once again. And here we talk to our favorite and the best content creators in the industry here in the Philippines and around Southeast Asia, whether they're on Gank, whether they're not, or whether they're willing or excited to work with Gank. So let's see what we have today. Today, we have a very, very special guest. He's one of my friends, and I am proud to say that he is probably one of the most hardworking individuals I have ever met in my entire life. And so that actually pushed me to go for this interview because this guy, you have so much you can learn from him. He does so many things and he just never seems to get tired. So, without further ado, let's go. Let's introduce our special guest for today here in Creator Chats. Let's welcome Den Gerard. All right, there you go.
Hello, Philippines!
Oh my
Philippines, hello. Mahal ko kayo. Mabuhay.
All right.
Hello.
So, well, there is no better way to introduce Dan than that way. I did not expect that. I did not expect that. All right. So before we begin, how was your day, man? How was your day? What have you been doing today?
It's been good. It's been a pretty chill day. I have spent the day just playing with some friends and writing stuff for the upcoming shoots that is going to happen throughout the weeks. You know, it's
Yeah.
been productive and what do you call that? Or semi like 1/8 rotting.
Brain rot. Smooth braining. You're smooth braining right now.
I'm smooth braining like maybe 10% and then like 90% is like different ones.
Oh my gosh. All right. So, yes, I can't wait to see that. This guy is like a machine. He just keeps going and going and going and going. I have seen him tired though. It's very rare, but yes, expect new content from him. And yeah, before we begin with the questions and stuff to get to know you and what you do, why don't you give us a little introduction about who you are and what you do? Why is your
Oh my God,
why is your
oh my God.
camera like
Oh my
moving
God.
around? Your camera's
Yes,
like
my camera.
I can do that too.
Yes,
Hold
my
on.
camera is doing. Hey, you can do that too. Let's go. Yeah.
All right, go. Come on, give us a little
Okay, who am I?
introduction, bro.
Who am I? Introduction is like, hi, my name is Den. You can call me Den. Um, I'm an actor. I do stunt directing for films. I am a streamer sometimes, and I also am a content creator, a writer for this company called Paperbug TV. And yeah, that's pretty much what I do. I mean, I do other stuff as well, but I feel like I haven't done them enough to actually call myself in the same category as that. I guess if you get what I mean.
I get what you mean. You feel like you do them, but you don't feel like it's enough to actually say that it's a like a professional engagement. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I don't call myself a construction worker while lifting up like mixing one cement. You know, it's not that.
What a horrible. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
All right. So okay, let's go. That was a. There's no better way to put what you do than what you just did. So we have a lot of people in the audience right now. So before we get into the questions, why don't we just say hi? Ang dami nila, look at that. People you've worked with, we've worked with in Paperbug. We got Squid, Solibo, one of our favorite costume makers and content creators na nagko-cosplay. Wala si Kits. Kits is not in the audience, sadly, because she's looking at condos. And we got Yuxendo. Yux is somebody we worked with and was constantly with actually when we were in Baguio. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Yes, Yux, man.
Yeah.
And
That's Yux.
Yux,
My
Yux.
favorite. My favorite. What do you call that? I guess Sentai cosplayer.
Oh yeah, dude, his costume was insane. And we
Yep.
also have Haduj from the Pebbles right now. Oh, in the audience, he's just like chilling.
Hala.
Hala. So yeah, and he's just making nag-iingay-ingay siya. So yeah, I know everyone's excited to know a little bit more about you. I'm excited to know a little bit more about you. I want to get to know you, bro. And so let's start with the questions. Question number 1: what was your dream? What?
I just want to point out to the audience. I specifically told Cholo that to not tell me the questions, so I would be surprised.
It's an improv class. We're doing an improv class.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, so let's see how surprised you get with the question. Solenia Chan, thank you so much for dropping by. Question number 1, what was your dream as a kid? Like as a young kid,
Ooh.
what was your number 1 dream?
You know what? It's funny because I had two dreams. That was weird because I literally was just talking to a friend about like my dream as a kid. I had two dreams, right? One is something that like my dad laughed at, not because it's ridiculous. It's just, I mean, it's ridiculous, but
Ridiculous.
it's just so out of pocket. One, as a kid, I wanted to be an explorer, like an actual explorer. Like I want to be in a boat, like Magellan.
Hindi
You
Dora, not like Dora.
No, not Dora. Not. I ain't about to be swiped by by anyone. And the second one is a policeman, actually.
A policeman. Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? Bagay. Because yeah, remember I always tell you, you have this accessory that you always wear. And it's my favorite accessory that you have. It's the
That's
Raccoon
true.
City one, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, cool. Policeman. And we had a skit. Where we were policemen.
We're policemen.
Yeah.
Exactly. I wanted to be like that lang is because I don't know. I think it's my fascination with Jackie Chan.
Mm.
Because like Jackie Chan, he had like this trilogy movie called what do you call that? Police Story. And I wanted to be like I don't know. I guess as a kid the feeling of catching bad guys like caught in the act is just so satisfying to me.
Yeah, like it's like you're the one delivering justice, and it feels like
Exactly.
it feels right, you know?
It feels right. Like I did it.
Satisfying. Parang ano.
Especially like if it's like really what do you call this? Really like intelligent bad guys. You
Mm.
know? Like so like I had to solve those like movie scenes where there is a big board and then like I have to connect all
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
connect
for
all that.
sure.
All those. Yeah.
Okay. I see you. Now, you mentioned Jackie Chan. So, obviously, he's one of your idols ever since you were young. And with that being said, he's an actor and an entertainer. I would say he's a huge entertainer. Like not just as an actor, but like even when he goes up on stage, when he has interviews, entertainer. And question for you, have you always been an entertainer? Like how did it all start?
You know what? Good one. It's uh the funniest, I guess, origin story of that is how your parents when you were a kid and then there's a certain song that plays. Oh, and then anak ko alam yan, no?
Oh my
Sayawin mo nga.
oh my gosh,
And
yeah.
then I would be like other kids would be like but being like, fuck it. I know how to dance this. So I'm gonna dance. I'm gonna base I'm basically gonna entertain like whoever it is that is the guest in our in our house.
Oh
So
my
it's like
gosh.
it's not even I can't really is it called showing off, I
No,
guess.
no, it's like it's
Yeah.
very typical Filipino, parent behavior. Like you know, like anak ko, like is gonna entertain
Yeah.
us. It's
Yeah.
happened to. I get you. Actually, fun fact. For this question, I wrote it down with the parenthesis at the end, dance. But I didn't want to tell you to talk about dance, but I just assumed you were gonna talk about it. So correct. And you always started as a dancer. I get you because ginawa ko rin yun, dude. I did that when I was younger. When I would learn, I remember it so vividly. It was a song like "Kids in America." You know that song? And then
Oh yeah.
Jimmy Neutron, the movie, just came out, and that song was in the movie. So I kept singing it and singing it again and again and again and again. And my mom, once I memorized it, drove all the way from yung house namin sa QC. We went all the way to Caloocan just so I could sing it for my grandmother, bro.
Oh,
And then we went
that
home.
is cool.
It's always like that. And yours was dance. Would you remember the first dance that made you feel like I want to be a dancer?
Oh my god, dude. This is gonna date me so hard.
I want to
Oh shit. Um you know this song? Crap. My heart goes sha la 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 la
ta ta ta.
ta da da in the more and Macarena.
Oh Oh my gosh, Macarena.
Dude,
So
like my mom would always make me dance it, and then I'm like, it's fine, I know. And then after a while it gets into like the boy band dances, and then I would always do that, and it's just, I guess that's where the entertainer factor actually came into play. As I grew up, I actually like seeing people getting entertained whenever I do something. It's not even like, hey, look at me. It's more like, oh crap, okay, I'm giving you a good time. So,
yeah, it's like people who like making people smile or
yeah.
But speaking of making people smile, I think you're gonna make one of our viewers smile if you did a little sample. Kahit konting sample. Sige na, bro. You do it. You do it.
No!
If enough
No,
people
that's
cheer.
like
Sige na, konti
that's
lang.
like
Konti
the
lang.
worst.
Kahit toting lang.
Wala. Ito lang naman yung alam ko sa Macarena eh.
That's fine. That's fine. Oh, wait.
Mas mali-
Man, I like that head isolation right there. So good, so good, so good.
Mhm.
But question about the Macarena while we're there. Was it cathartic? Was it a full circle moment when Taiga made this song, Macarena?
You know what? Actually, I really like that song.
I do also.
Yeah.
I listen
I
to it
was
in the
like,
gym.
whoa. Yeah, I was like, whoa, okay. When the breakdown starts, like boom, Macarena, Macarena.
Sayaw. Sige na, ang dami so many people are please begging you for hand
I'm
touching.
I'm not. That's something that people that will I think I reserve that for people that go with me to events.
Ooh, that's true. You're
Yeah.
pretty much an animal when it comes to dancing in
Yeah.
events. Yeah, like crazy. You're gonna spend the whole day. You're gonna spend the whole evening just dancing until literally you cannot stand anymore.
Yes, exactly. Until my breathing is like
So
like
if
that.
you want to see Den dance, you gotta go to events, guys. Poor guy. How many people want to see that? So okay, we're gonna move on. We're moving on. So next question. Professionally. Okay, here we go. We're talking about professionally.
okay.
Professionally, how did you start in the entertainment industry? What was your first project that made you like you're part of the entertainment industry?
So I guess the back when in college in Benilde, I used to be, since I'm a multimedia artist student, right? And my friends, I wasn't a regular student,
Okay.
and my friends are all film people.
Wow. Were you
And
like outcasted from your own block or something?
not really. It's just that like since I'm irregular, so
Yeah.
I have like different like actual like what do you call this, batches.
Okay, so
I don't have like a specific batch.
for the benefit of people who don't know what irregular means, it means that normally when you apply for a school year, you start at the start of the year, but then irregular students usually start mid-year, so like halfway through the year, and so their schedule is kind of like bunge or like
Yeah.
what's the word in
Yeah.
English? Inconsistently different from a lot of your blockmates, your original blockmates. So you're just
Yeah.
meeting different people in different classes. You're just gonna get all those checks in for all the classes. So you were saying you're close to your film student friends.
The film student friends, right? And also this goes way back as in high school. I would get those like really old digital cameras,
Mhm.
and we would shoot stuff like fight scenes or parkour videos
Ooh.
with me and my friends. I even have like, remember, like I have an injury on the left. There is a video of there where I rolled parkour. I rolled, and when I went up, it's open.
Ooh.
My shoulder is open.
Like
It's
open,
like I'm also accident prone.
like skin.
Yes, the skin is
Ooh,
open.
my
I
guy.
can see the bone. And
But you're always like crazy. Like you're crazy with that. Like you're always willing to do crazy things and without.
yeah, and then like I didn't even like that was even the first time that I realized that, oh, okay, so blood loss makes you dizzy. Because like when I saw it, I'm like, it's all right, maybe let's just go home. And then on the way home, I was like, I was about to pass out.
But
Like,
you don't.
oh, okay, so that's real.
I remember you told me you don't really like scream or when you're in pain. I remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
Show them the hand.
Oh wait, the
Oh
hand.
wait, the hand, bro.
The hand. Oh, okay.
Oh, there we
Here.
go. So tell us the story. Just since we're in the topic of accident prone, what happened to your finger, your index finger?
Yeah, so there was this really hot girl
I already know this
that
is not
I knew, and then I don't know if the audience knows like the movie Teeth.
wild, crazy.
Wow. Yeah, I'm just saying that that movie is good, but like this one, it came from from a bike accident.
Oh yeah,
Basically,
I know the movie,
like
but then that's where you got it from, the bike accident.
that's what I got it from. From a bike accident. My uncle was like doing. She was like, "Pahiram ako. Can I do it?" So I'm like, "Oh shit!" And then once he was there, I was like, "Oh, grease." That's my first time seeing a chain and a grease. Why is grease so slippery? So I
Yeah,
put
dude,
my
like
finger in there. Typical guy. There's like put your finger in there, and then he didn't know,
shh,
so it went into the chain, and so like bloom,
dude,
done.
legit. Like when I see a chainsaw, I just want to touch it, like while it's moving. Like I'm compelled. Like I feel
Dude,
like,
I know.
right?
Really? Like,
Dude, keep me away from the roads or like crossing
yeah.
the street. Like sometimes when I see cars moving, I just want to like
I was
be
like,
there.
maybe I
Like
want to go there.
what is it like? What is it like? Yeah, man, I get you. I get you. So that's the story of his finger. He's always been accident prone. He has battle scars. And
Mhm.
now, speaking of battle scars, we're gonna transition into the next question. You also did a lot of work behind the scenes, man, like stunt directing. You're prone to danger. You're what's the word? You're monopolizing. You are taking advantage of the fact that you are prone to danger and you survive it all by being a stunt director. Tell me about that, bro.
So it actually started like 20, I
Wait
guess
lang. Oh my
16.
god. I completely no, let's not go there yet.
What?
You,
What?
you never
You
finished the
forgot?
answering question of how you
Oh,
entered the
oh
entertainment
my god,
industry.
dude. Well, our brains.
Man, you
Anyways,
got
okay,
both
how
of
I
us in
got
this
into
interview. This is what you get.
entertaining. So yeah, after that, so they knew, like my film friends knew about like me like having a digital camera and just like shooting stuff for
Mm.
everything, right? Hold on, let me just this annoying camera. Okay, you know what? Stay here.
AI is
There we
not the
go.
future,
Uh,
bro.
um, so they know about that, so they started getting me for all their thesis films. And then I remember them getting a high grade. That's
Mm.
because their prof commented, "Hey, this guy can act." So like, oh, okay. So they're specifically thanking me for being in their like thesis and their finals and all of that. And then afterwards, I started going into the VTRs.
Ooh, like commercials and
Uh,
stuff.
yes, commercials and stuff. I did not get into like I wasn't casted in any commercial whatsoever, but I have a lot of VTR out there, right? So afterwards, I got into. There was one project. I have a friend that is working for a company, and they needed someone
Who's a
to be
person?
there. They needed someone who is an actor
You
for
were
their.
like working for a company. Like no
They needed a
way.
dog. Hey,
Working for.
Charmy.
We
Yeah,
needed someone who is a person.
person. um, they needed someone who can act and basically someone who can do parkour. And but when they got me there, I was already years beyond my parkour days. So I kind of don't know how to like I'm really rusty, right? So I didn't get to do it, but they saw that okay, his expressions are what makes his I don't know, like, maybe he can just like do other stuff besides the parkour. So they started getting me there, and then people started seeing me on the videos. Like, who's that? Blah. And by the way, that company was Paperbug TV.
Ooh, ooh.
So yeah, they got me there, and then I started auditioning for casting calls for films, and then I got there as well. So yeah, that's pretty much how I got into the entertainment business. Also, plus a lot of connections, just being nice to people.
Yes, I
That's
think
pretty
that's
much it.
it's how well or easily people can work with you. That's a very very big important factor that new creators have to remember. I know it's exciting to feel like you're like big or you're a celebrity, but then never ever forget kindness. People will always choose to work with someone who's easier to work with, because no one needs that extra headache, you know.
Yeah, dude. I know.
And
Believe
as
me, I have worked with like headache inducing like a crew.
ako yun, he's talking about
No,
me.
no, no. Usually they're like on the older side.
Like the people who
You
are
know,
like I don't know the right word for it, but like they're very diva.
the diva, the veterans,
Yeah, the
basically.
veterans, yeah,
You
because
know.
they have a
Mm.
standard that they're also trying to live by.
Yeah.
But okay. Now we talked about, let's go another transition. So you were talking about your parkour days, and so therefore, again, you also did a lot of work behind the scenes, not just in front of the camera. Stunt directing. Tell me
Mhm.
about stunt directing.
So like right in the middle, there was a TV show in Digital 5. I don't know if people know what Digital 5 is. Digital 5 is TV5 basically. They made a digital channel. So there is a show there called Tanods. It was produced by Jacko as well, and there's some action scenes there, right? And the action scenes they needed a stuntman, and I used to do like a lot of stuff, like really amateur stunt work and like parkour. So they started getting me there, and the stunt director there, basically, he was the go-to stunt director. Sorry, the go-to stunt director for indie films. So I became friends with that person, and I started working with him for certain projects. I would help him out for other stuff as well. I would go to like his indie film shoots,
Mm.
and unfortunately, he had to migrate to the U.S. And then
Oh, okay.
when he migrated to the U.S., suddenly he just went, "Oh, yo, then you know what you're doing. I'll give you all the jobs."
Oh my god, dude. You're
Whoa!
basically like the Joe Goldberg to his Mr. Mooney or something like that. I don't know
Yeah,
if you
like
watched.
whoa! What is happening? What the hell?
That
And
is,
then
that's true. Like, honestly, skill plays a part. You were put in that position because of skill, but you
because he
know,
trusted me,
because he trusted you. But also there's gacha. Life is gacha, man. And
life is gacha. Life is gacha. Because
life
like
is gacha.
back then, like that stunt director, I would like to call my mentor, was also has another friend who helps him out for like stunt directing things. And while he's doing that, he's also telling me about like how to what to watch out for when stunt directing, what to suggest, and what to prioritize first. Like for example, prioritize first is always safety. So all of those, he taught me all of that. Basically, I think what he did is like, okay, this is what I usually do. Okay, you take all the jobs while I move to the other country.
Oh my
That's
gosh. It's like,
basically what he did.
you're so lucky, but at the same time he picked the perfect person for it. A hardworking individual, handsome, muscular, very beautiful face, very beautiful nose, and then you can do parkour also.
Almost.
Well, there, yeah. He picked the perfect. What's the word? What's the word? There's a word for it.
Oh,
Person to pass
right,
on.
right. Yeah. Successor.
Successor. I was gonna say
There
squire,
we go.
but I guess it's just the guy.
Yeah,
All right, so that's how you started in the stunt directing industry. I guess
yeah,
there it is. A good tip for that one is don't be afraid for mentorships. Like
yeah.
don't be afraid of mentorships. Actually, for mentorships, what the heck? But
Mm-mm.
don't be afraid of mentorships. You can learn a lot from someone who can mentor you, and at the same time, someone who's mentoring you is probably a super big professional to begin with. They get busy and they can't do everything. And if there's anyone they can trust to take over a job that they can't because of the schedule, they're gonna go for someone they're mentoring because they have the same
Yeah.
style. They can trust your work ethic. Yes, and they can stick their neck out for you because they know you're just good at it. So don't be afraid of mentorships. So next question.
Exactly.
Okay, here we go. So you were stunt directing. You were doing VTRs and stuff. At what point did you start your journey as an individual content creator? I think you already answered that a
Hmm.
while ago though.
Mm.
But then
No, not yet.
not yet, not yet. All right,
There was like
lay
there
it
is
on
like
me.
so people know me now as Den Gerard,
Yes.
but I used to have like a different name back when I was doing when I started out on YouTube.
Si Dickus, right?
So I think Pebbles knows this. Some of the Pebbles knows this. My name is even in Benil, I wasn't called Den. I was called Iki.
Yep.
Ikki.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my first name. It's Tricky Icky. They're gonna laugh at me for this, but like yeah, that was my first name, and I started doing that. Well,
Tricky Icky.
because
I'm gonna
like I
change.
just
I'm gonna
needed,
change the name in your box. Make it Tricky Icky. So everyone knows.
I had to like there's back then ang uso nun is like your name and then a little adjective before your name, so like macho cholo, whatever, something like that. You could have got that, but like it has to be Tricky Icky before. By
Yeah,
the
I
way,
had a friend.
Icky
I named
is
him. I named him Nasty Nate.
nasty. Oh, see, there's
Bang!
always it feels good.
It feels good, Nasty
It's
Nate.
nasty Nate, right? Yeah.
All right, so Tricky Icky. You started out as
Yeah.
Tricky
I
Icky.
started out Tricky Icky. What I literally what I did was just stuck a GoPro on top of my monitor, and then I would talk about random things, like really what confuses me basically about life. I even had like guests coming into my room, and it's night. I called it night owl, right? So it's basically because I had a ever since then I had a weird sleeping schedule. So from 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. I would be awake. So I was like, why don't I just make content out of this? I had a GoPro and the audio is good there. So I would just like, okay, like for example, I would talk about what I see on Tinder and all the bad stuff and the good stuff in there, and like why do we celebrate Valentine's Day? All good stuff, bad stuff. Old style of content.
Yeah. Just sharing
Bro,
your
yeah,
thoughts and
yes.
yeah.
And I tried a little bit of vlogging, but I never really, never really, I guess, never really took off because I guess at the end of the day, it didn't really feel like whenever I'm vlogging, I don't feel genuine. I
Mm,
feel more genuine when I'm just like speaking my
your mind.
thoughts in front of a camera. Yeah,
Hence why
speaking my
you
mind.
you didn't want to know the questions for this interview. You wanted to just really
Yeah,
just share your thoughts. Okay,
yeah.
okay. I
I
see
didn't
you.
want to plan it out because like okay, it's whatever I say, this is it. This is the
Yeah,
truth.
yeah, yeah.
I don't lie anyways. So that's pretty much it. That's the journey of that, and I tried dabbling in, I guess, gaming, but ultimately what my old channel wanted to be is all about um silent movies.
Wow,
um
that's pretty niche.
Charlie Chaplin, Mr. Bean, all of those. I wanted to be I wanted to tell a story without dialogue. Also, one of the reasons is because I don't have an audio equipment for that. So I just wanted, because like I feel I'm very fairly confident that I can tell a story with just my um
With your
what do you
actions.
call that? My
Yeah,
actions
yeah,
and
yeah. I
my body
agree.
language, you know. So I guess that's where I started, and then it just went on from there. I started to change my name because I think it's the reason for changing my name was it's hard to actually, I guess, get brands with Ricky Iki. You know, it's it's different. It's just I don't know. Maybe it was just back then I didn't really see it booming.
That's okay. Understandable.
Uh,
Plus, naliligo ka, bro. Hindi ka icky.
oh, fun fact by the way, Iki is like a the name of a protagonist in the anime called Air Gear,
Yes, I
and
know the air gear. Classic
yes,
stuff.
Air Gear, and the reason why I love that anime is because it's very action packed. It's basically X Games. It's extreme. It's about air treks. It's about roller blades that are pressure what do you call that? Is that called pressure activated? It's kind of like yung hoverboards.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like hoverboards, pressure activated, all of that. Plus, it's a what do you call that? It's a harem, shonen. What's a harem?
Shonen, I think
Harem is like
harem is there's multiple girls who are vying for the same guy or vice versa.
okay, shonen is
I think it's just like a man, people are gonna dunk on me for this. I don't know if I'm
oh
right.
no.
But like shonen is like shonen jump. So it's like the typical like anime protagonist, journey of self-discovery and then meeting friends. Naruto,
Ah,
like Naruto, Boku
okay.
no
So it's
Hero.
kind of like that. It's a shonen. It's an old shonen game. Yeah. So basically that.
Okay. Okay. So next up, all right. I don't know if you have to answer this because you kind of like
Mm.
explained it already. But did your past experiences behind the scenes and as an entrepreneur, entre- entertainer,
Entrepreneur.
entertainer
Uh,
supplement your content and how? Like, how did you implement like the things you used to do, dance, stunt
mm.
directing, and all that stuff you used to do behind the scenes? How did it supplement? Yes, your content.
Oh, I guess it's a big help that as growing up, I like trying a lot of things, right? So you only know that I dance and I used to do parkour and I used
Yeah.
to do, I'm very accident prone because of like what I wanted to do, like stunt. But I also uh, was a metalhead.
So you have like
So
a
I had
metal thing in your skull.
I used to have long hair up to my belly button,
I'm kidding.
and I would play the guitar. I also know how to play drums,
And you can sing. This guy
and I
is
sing.
a monster in the karaoke for sure.
Yeah, I joined competitions back in Cavite for singing competitions.
Wow, you did
It's
everything. Insane. This
it,
is why
it
the stream is the way it is because
yeah.
creativity, collaboration, that's it's everything, man. You do so much.
I had three bands. I was a drummer for one, a guitarist for one, and a vocalist for one. And I guess how that helped me is like whenever there are certain type of content that would require, like for example, would require dance, it would be easy for me because I
Yeah.
used to dance. And if it requires um, the right music or the right song for the right feel of the scene, it would be easier for me as well because since I have to um, dabble with different types of music as well. And mind you, I really love video game music. I'm a big fan of video game music. Nobuo Uematsu for Final Fantasy, all of the Dynasty Warriors OST. I really love that. Those are my inspirations. Video game music are my inspirations for actually making music back then.
That is cool. And it's true because video game music is I would say it has in more intent. Because it's usually used to like entice an emotion since you're playing the game, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
I love music that entices emotion, makes you sad, angry, excited, like hype, especially if there's a big battle and stuff. Now,
Did you know like like there's a certain type of sound for every game when they're in an underwater level. There is like for example, if you're in a desert stage, you will hear music
yes, always. Tong,
always
tong,
like
tong,
that.
tong. Yeah.
Yeah, you would know like oh okay, this is the desert level.
You can close
You
your
know?
eyes and then if you're a gamer, you'll know, okay, they're probably showing the desert level
Yeah,
and also the water level. There's always this like bubbly some
yeah, probably some like really
hindi
chill melodic
it
thing.
it's not tropical at all. Tropical is the beach.
Topic,
Underwater,
yes.
there's an underwater sound. Like, I get you.
And for tropical, I remember there's always kalimba.
Yes, always.
I was like, okay, there we go. We got the beach level. This is a beach episode.
That's true. Now, okay, next question. All right, let's go. Because, I'm pretty sure these people in the audience are really excited to hear about this. You work with many groups and companies as a content creator. Let's start with Paperbug TV. Tell me about what you do there and about Paperbug in general. What is it?
Oh, Yeah, Paperbug TV. I basically clean the office.
That's true. He does
I
that.
arrive there first one, and I go out the last one. I'm just kidding. And
No, but you
everyone is
actually do
late.
that. You actually do that,
But
man.
I
You
actually do that though. Like even if I'm not like the first one, I clean it. But yeah, I am a I started off as a talent there, and then eventually I became like a talent coordinator there, and then I started becoming an editor, and then basically a writer, and then I tried being a PM. Fuck that. I wouldn't want to be a production manager. I don't want that headache on me.
Oh my
And
god,
then
naalala ko si Riri, bro. Okay, okay, you don't want to be a PM.
oh no. And then I basically just like through experiences with different people, I became a director in there, writing and directing. So yeah, pretty much it.
And what is
What
Paperbug?
I do.
It's is it an agency? Is it like a production company? What is it?
Yes, it's a digital content creation creator yeah, it's a digital content creator, digital content creator company, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah, like a
digital
family
content.
of creators.
Yes, digital content creator company that also has prod that outsources some of the what do you call it, the talents that we have, and we also work with other production companies in order to pro- provide, I guess, content for them. Because, like I said, we are also a prod team.
You guys did Honor of Kings, right?
Uh
Was that under Paperbug? But you guys were in that commercial.
no, that was not Paperbug. We did Snickers, Nissin. We've done
Ah,
Nissin.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we've done Warner Brothers. We've done. Oh man, there's so much. I forgot all of uh all of the brands. We've done SM.
Wow.
All of the we basically worked with brands a lot. So and so whenever they would be brands would want a production to shoot something, they would contact Paperbug TV, and Paperbug TV would have the means for prod, and would also have the means for talents to,
That's true.
you know,
And
to
speaking
provide
of
for the ano.
talents,
Like
okay.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So speaking of talents, a big group locally that you've worked with is the Pebbles and irregular programming with kame.
Yeah,
What's it like constantly working with them? In a
I,
room full
I
of creative minds, do you ever like butt heads? Any tips on how to work well with others? All that stuff. Tell me what it's like.
I wish it would stop, dude. I hate it so much. I
True.
swear, I swore the day I met the Pebbles. Nah, I'm just kidding. No. It's um a content group like the Pebbles and irregular programming, right? So I'll start with irregular programming. Regular programming is a bunch of creators like you, as well, and cosplayers and all of that. It's just it was a mishmash, I guess. It was a mishmash of different content creators that is provide one show. And honestly, I thought it would be like, oh man, this is just like I'm gonna treat these people as my workmates, But then slowly, I became like closer to them, like to you guys, to you. I started to actually see them as like, oh, okay, these are friends. These are friends. These are not workmates.
That's true.
So
I was actually
so
afraid when we started out because I
yeah,
was so used to working with people in the same industry as me, like the same niche industry. And when I saw, oh my god, who are these people? I knew you because of Elsa's birthday, right?
yeah,
But I
yeah,
didn't know you well. I didn't know anybody else. I was like, ah,
yeah.
these guys are just gonna be people I see every week. But
When I
yes,
saw you there, dude, like, oh, what? Nice. Yeah, I know this guy. Yeah.
yeah, I was pretty happy as well. So, yes, I get you. It felt like that, but then you guys really grew on me. Now, yeah,
Or
with irregular programming, was it? Did you butt heads? Create? We're all creatives in different types of creative fields. What was that like?
honestly, I expected it, but we didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't really butt heads. But it's more of like, shit, di ka pwede. It's always the schedule. I guess that's with the I that would be the one thing that I would always have gripe for with us. And it's not even our fault. And it's just because that's who we are. Our schedules are misaligned. And I can't stop that. And I really don't I if if I wanted to do it all over again, I would want our schedules to always match.
That's true, but that's
Because
too
that would
difficult.
mean,
You know?
yeah, that's too difficult. But that would mean, like, because that would mean, like, I guess I would form a stronger bond on screen. Because, like, already have a strong bond with you guys off screen, you know,
Yeah,
but on screen it's different.
it's different. It's like
Right.
when you're in front of the camera, you technically change who you are, and then you still
Yeah.
have to build that rapport with that version of yourself, with that other version of, let's say, Kits or me. Because,
Mm.
like, minsan, do you ever get those moments when, you're close to someone, like you, and then when we're in front of the camera, you're like, magugulat ka lang na, huh? I didn't
Yeah.
expect you to do that, but you did
Yeah.
it. But it's
Exactly.
you, but also I didn't expect you to do that because that's the you in front of the camera.
Exactly, because, like, we're all content creators, and at the same time, whenever we're in front of the camera, that content creator brain just fucking snaps. And
Yeah,
when it snaps, you're bound to, I'm gonna give this, and I think this will be good in front of the camera.
that's true.
So,
That's
like,
true.
it's different. It's not we're I'm not saying that it's like we're fake or anything. It's just that it's more of like an exaggerate. It's kind of like vlogs, dude, like the daily vlogs. That, like, most of them, that's them, that's their genuine self, but also it's also dialed up onto 15. It's like an exaggerated version of them,
Mga tipong,
which is, it's kind of like, when you're on camera, like, oh, okay, okay. It's like, for example, if I, what do you call this, betray you on a game, like, I wouldn't normally do that, right,
yeah,
on a
yeah.
game. But, like, when we're in front of the camera, oh yeah, I'll do this
No, no, I
because it's
get that.
funny.
It's kind of
Yeah,
like, how they say that you type when you're texting someone, you type, and if you're in front of the camera, you type ha 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 ha. You're not really smiling or laughing in real life. But if that was being filmed, you're gonna smile. Like you just know,
yeah.
or like from something like, "Oy, may pala ka dyan," to,
Mm,
"Oh my God, may pala ka, bro! Oh my God, pala ka."
I know. Yeah, yeah.
So
Exactly,
yeah, yeah,
exactly.
I get you, and yeah, it takes. I guess that's another tip for viewers. If you're willing to work with someone in front of the camera, making content, video content in particular, it still takes practice. You can be
It
super
does.
super close, diba?
Oh,
Pero iba talaga no? It's different. It's
yeah,
different
dude.
when you're in front of the camera.
Because I've also experienced making videos with a close friend of mine, one of my best friends, and we were just laughing the whole time, man. There's nothing there. There's no substance in that video because we were laughing the whole time. We were enjoying ourselves too much that we didn't mind the camera. I mean, it was a good time. I had fun, but rewatching the video, like, I can't use this. We had too much fun. Like, I guess that we
Yeah,
forgot that there is a camera rolling. We didn't really provide substance in front of the camera.
yeah. It's okay. There's a good example. Okay, so someone was asking me about this a while ago, and they wanted me to bring it up. Is um if you're used to people who are you're friends with, like tayo, we're friends, and we're used to working with each other in front of the camera. Even the most mundane thing becomes entertainment. Just like when we were shooting the scene, the policeman scene, and then we showed it to Gloco, the outtake. I couldn't say the freaking sentence because I suck at Tagalog, right? I can't speak Tagalog. And and
Yeah.
that was not scripted at all. At all. We actually left the camera rolling just in case, by God's will, I would actually get it right by accident and we can use that as a take, right? But we just let it run.
Let it run.
But we knew
Because like
that. Yeah.
honestly, I can see there was a projection. There was a progression there that I was waiting uh, to hit. Right. So you were starting off like
Terrible. Just say
parang
terrible.
ano yun eh. Parang ang tawag doon. Alam mo yung the 7 stages of like a breakup. Parang there's like anger and then like denial. It's like I felt the denial of like fuck yeah, I can do this. So you try again. And then there was anger where you just like blah, blah, you kept trying even though it kept failing. So like that was anger for me. So and I was waiting for the just like the moment where you go, okay, I can do this. So you did as well. So that's why I just kept it
There
rolling
was
and say,
even
okay,
bargaining. There was
you
like,
get
no,
this.
kaya to, kaya to. I can do this. I can do this.
Yeah,
Bargaining,
yeah,
man.
you can do this. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
it was
I told you,
complete.
there was like then there was acceptance where you just like, okay, I don't think I can do this, so I have to change the words. So
Wait,
you
can I?
know,
What's the sentence again?
sa
Juda.
Judah sumuko ka na, para something like that.
Susuko ka na ba?
Susuko ka na ba, Judah?
No, kasi I could say it at first, like, susuko ka na ba? Susuko ka na ba? I can say it, but it's just so badly said. I can say it without biting my tongue, okay? Susuko. Susuko ka na ba? I can say it when we're not in front of the camera. See, it's different. So, when we're not in front,
Different.
and when you say it
Yeah.
slowly, without emotion, susuko ka na ba? But the moment when you add emotion to that, man, when you're angry, susuko. I don't want to do it anymore, man. We're gonna waste time. Fuck that.
Yeah. But it's gonna take us an hour.
So we basically we left it running, no? We just let it run.
We just let it run.
And then
Yeah.
we you watched it after. You weren't planning for it to become content. Were you? No, you weren't.
I wasn't. I wasn't in the editing. I think I was like skimming through it. I was just playing it, and then I went to do something. I think I was folding my clothes, and while in the middle of folding my clothes, I just heard you say that line over and over, and I'm like, whoa, this is taking too long. What the fuck? And I just saw you like, whoa, that was like a whole 3 minutes of you trying to say that.
Oh my
So like I
god.
had to cut it. Like I'm gonna show this to everyone.
We should make a skit of Filipino,
Yeah.
like, and I ended up dating someone who literally cannot speak Filipino. So like I'm never gonna get better at it, bro. Like if
Wala
anything,
na.
I speak
Wala
less Filipino now than ever before. So that is terrible. And then she's relying on me to teach her Filipino, and I'm like, masaya means happy. Galit means angry. Like I'm like basic stuff.
And she says it in the most non-Tagalog way possible. So, you know, you're never gonna get better, dude.
Nope, I'm never gonna get better. I have accepted that part of my life. But it was funny
Wala
because
na.
when we showed that scene over to like Gloco,
Yeah.
then to
thought it was
kids,
it.
they were like, "There's no way this isn't scripted. This is
Yeah.
no, bro. I
Like,
wasn't.
no, we did. Like, no one would believe me if there was no video.
You know, Bianco
You
commented
know,
that.
they would think that I was exaggerating with you
Dude,
5 minutes
you took out your
trying
phone.
to say that.
You took out your phone, bro. You were like, a lot of people were like noticing, like, bro took out his phone. Like,
was like,
that's when you know you
I
gave
guess
up.
I can scroll TikTok, I can brain rot
It was
while this
because
guy's
I
right.
think that was the moment you gave up, because like you know that the reason we left it on was because we could maybe get a good take.
Yeah.
But then you took out your phone, and you know you're not gonna get a good take with your phone out like
No.
that.
No. Okay, so in my defense, I took up my phone because as I was listening to you saying it, I went to the script again. Because like I was trying to figure out maybe I can change the words so you can say it easier.
I saw you on
That's why I
Facebook.
took the phone out.
I saw you on Facebook.
You saw me on Facebook?
Yeah.
No way you did.
Nah, just kidding. I didn't.
No,
I
because
didn't.
I did. I was on Facebook because that's where I sent the script.
Yeah. I remember that. You opened Facebook.
Yeah.
You opened the chat. Okay.
I
Okay.
opened
Fine.
I opened the chat,
Fine.
blah, blah, blah.
You were doing
And
it
then
for
it
me.
did, like, 5 reels.
All right. So
5 reels.
That was
3 minutes each.
that was crazy. Okay. So yeah. And, again, so I guess the takeaway for that is if you're working with other content creators, other creatives, it takes a while, even if you're close. But you know, you build rapport and you build
Yeah.
a relationship on camera. It's different. It's different. Okay.
Yeah. And there's also like that factor of like direction. Like no matter Because even if ano yan eh, the thing is like with an actor, whenever you're directing something, even if they are good, like for example, one is good at acting, one is good at being sad on camera. It's still the lady reveal here. It's still very much different. Like for example, there's different in emotions. There's different kinds of sad.
Yeah.
There's sad where you have already accepted it. There's sad where you just hit you. There's also sad where you just don't care anymore.
And then there's some people who are particularly good at it. And it's only
Yeah.
when you spend time with them that you know that that's what they're best at. It's like when we talked about default faces. Like,
Yeah.
then when he's default face, when he looks maangas, he looks
Yeah,
like
dude, I
he
look
could
like
take
I'm
you in a
about to
fight.
fight.
Yeah, he's gonna
Yeah.
fight. And then I asked him, what do I look like when I'm default facing? And he said, I
Kawawa.
look, what did you say again? I look
Wow.
kawawa. I look lost. I look lost by
You
default.
look
So-
like you just got bullied 3 minutes ago. Ganon.
Yes, actually. And so it's in knowing these things, these features in your friends or your fellow content creators that you can create content based on it. Now, okay, so we
Exactly.
talked about the regular program. You never got to talk about the Pebbles. What is that like working with the Pebbles? These guys, okay, fun fact, I'm not going to age reveal you, that's up to you, but they are young content creators and you're on the older side. You're my age.
It's fine, man. I have already accepted it. I know that I am very much older than these individuals, than the Pebbles, and uh, I guess
What's it like? But like,
it's
there's a the age. Do you know how they say it's hard for a relationship to work, like romantically, if there's an age gap that is too big, right? Because
Mhm.
it's different generations. Now, what's that like with the Pebbles? Like, cause they're so much younger, and then you're like up there. You're
no.
like
But
60.
the
You're like
thing is-
60, bro.
yeah, I'm 60 plus. All right. The thing is, like, I think what I liked about the Pebbles, like, even I think the reason that I gravitated towards them as well is because even if there is obviously a big age gap between us, all the things that they're doing, their humor, and the way they want to do things is something that I've seen within myself before. So, like, oh, okay, this type of humor, yeah, I used to do that. And oh, the things that you want to do, yeah, I used to want that as well. And some of it I've done, some of it I haven't. So I'm like,
You're living
when
vicariously
I-
through them.
yes, I'm kind of like, it's kind of like that. Like, oh yeah, okay. All of the mistakes that they do, I've done that before.
You sound like a freaking dad. Do any of them call you daddy?
No.
No.
Yeah, like it's funny because like I was talking to a friend before, and she was I think she was having problems, and then I was talking to her, right, just to calm her down, and you know she told me, yeah, you, and she may disclaimer, and sabi niya sa akin, don't take this the wrong way because this is in a positive way, but you sound so old. And I'm
Real.
like, yeah, real. But like then, what she meant by then is like you sound is like I guess wisdomous. I guess that's the thing
Wisdomous.
that yeah,
Wisdomous.
that's
Bro, wise.
yeah, basically you sound so wise.
Wisdomous. Oh, bro, what the heck? Word of the day.
I made the new that's right. I made that new term. I'm coining that. So yeah. So like I guess that's what like ang ano lang. I guess it's me just wanting people to not make the same mistake that I did. I get because that's how I learn, you know, because the mistakes that I did before, I would tell them to the people that I feel like are making the same mistake that I did before, so that like, hey, I did this, don't do this, because like it's gonna, you know, it's gonna screw you up in the long run. But if you still want to do it, sige, go. I'm not going to stop. I'm not gonna stop you, but I'm just telling you, there is a very bad, you know, result out of all of this of what you're doing. So something like that.
Okay. So,
That's why siguro they feel like, oh shit, you must have gone through a lot before, old guy. You know.
and then it's in that you can actually teach them. And you also you know you carry yourself with the energy of youth. Real. Wow.
Hell yeah.
And so therefore you can
I'm
keep up. You
beauty.
can keep up with the pebbles easily. And yeah, you teach them how to manage their own energy. Well, so much energy. It's crazy amount of energy.
Yo, though sometimes, bro, I just I really feel like alam mo yung when a dad has like two two children, I know they're three, but like because the thing with them is like they're three, but every time only two has the has the energy, and they interchange. Like for example, ABC, right? Sometimes BC has the energy and A is chill. Sometimes
Yeah,
B
that's
is
true.
chill, AC has the energy. So there's always two that's like, and then I would be like, you know what? And I'm not even mad. It's just like, okay, I'm gonna let them do their thing, because like when you have to let a dog just run so that they can be tired
Yeah, you need
when
a
they get
you know
home.
if you know the dog is gonna take a dump in your kitchen,
Yeah,
you just let it
yeah.
do
It's
it.
like let them spend their energy so they can later they can be quiet. But
Wow, you sound like
it's
a dad,
wrong.
bro. You
It's
literally sound like a
wrong.
dad.
It's wrong because that was my mistake. They never run out of energy. So
And
like,
and it actually like it's inspiring. Like seeing how
yeah.
much energy they put into their content, and they just constantly make content. And I always tell you this. The reason why I like working with you guys and I like doing projects with you guys, even if I'm not gonna be in any of the skits, I like being in the studio. It's inspiring. It's it's so fun being around other content creators that love what they're doing, that have so much energy for it, that you just end up having the energy for your own content.
True. Like I get secondhand energy from them basically.
That's true.
So
It's that
that's
FOMO. It's the
so it's a
FOMO.
give and
Like
take in it.
it kind of wakes you up, right? Like, oh, they're having so much fun. They're shooting this
Mm.
skit. I'm tired.
Maybe I should enjoy the day as well,
Yeah, that's right.
and fuck this back pain. Never mind this back pain and cracking knees.
That's
But
true.
all right. Mm.
And so yeah, I guess that's the insight people can learn. It's fun to collaborate with content creators, other content creators, no matter what age they are or what type of content they make, because you never know what you can get from it. It doesn't have to be like content specifically, like I want to do something similar, but it can inspire you to do more. It can inspire you to put effort and energy into your own stuff. Now,
Mm.
okay, so you mentioned that you stream as well. You stream, and tell me about your stream and what really sets you apart as a streamer.
Mm. Sets me apart. I don't know if some there's a like there's much things that sets me apart when streaming, but like I started streaming just because like
You play games
uh
anyway.
I play games anyway, so why not just stream it? Because like some of my friends who I played CS:GO before, it's like, why don't you stream this? So I'm like, why? Why would I want that? And then we're like, maybe siguro like for the highlights, clips. So I'm like, oh, you know what? I will. And then the only so there's nothing happened there while I was streaming just games. The only time that I got a little bit of traction with streaming is when there was uh, uh, what do you call this? An app on that streaming site that is like karaoke. So I started streaming karaoke while dancing, and that got me the followers that I needed. But whenever I'm playing a game, nobody wants to watch. And I'm not mad with that. It's just like I think
it's just what it
they're
is. What
more
it is.
interested on that, like the entertainment, I guess,
Because
the
they know that they
entertainment
know
side.
you're capable of doing that now. They would
Yeah,
just rather see you do that. Yeah.
yeah. So they would like show me that. So every now and then people would come in, and because especially when I'm playing like the big games, because they like me they like to see my reaction on these big games, especially on like Resident Evil and all that stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much my streaming thing. I also used to stream my stunt what do you call it, stunt practices, but I can't do that anymore. There's
It's
not
okay.
much there's no grass here in my in my place,
That's
because back
true.
then there was like a big field where I can just like roll around. Now
So,
it's concrete.
but I assume that streaming also helps you grow as a content creator. Whether you do streaming in full time, would you say that being in front of a camera and talking in front of the camera helps you do better with your content when you're shooting the content in front of a camera?
Mm, yes, actually. I have I guess I have learned how to be more comfortable in front of the camera, so I
That's
can
true.
talk to this camera for a long while and say all the thoughts that comes to my mind without even like being shy about it, you know. So well, I guess that's what helped me. What I guess one thing that I didn't get to actually really hone is something that you are very much, I guess, uh, I would say, very adept with, and that is interviewing and hosting. It's something
Ah,
that I didn't really. That's why I admire you because you know how to do it. That's why like I've been telling some of my friends in IP back in irregular programming. You are the face of us when it comes to hosting. You're the ikaw yung inaarap. Ito siya. Kasi siya yung host basically.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like that's something that I didn't really learn or tried to learn because it's different. You know, I can't. I've tried interviewing people and I didn't really like the what do you call that? The result.
All right. So yeah, that's true. There's different types of being in front of a camera. Like it's like
Mm,
how Kazu is different in front of a camera. It's different. Some people like you like sharing your personal insights. You like sharing your thoughts. That's something I'm not good at. I'm not very good at. I mean, I can describe something. I can describe an emotion, but I would say I'm better at getting people to talk about themselves and to converse with people than what you do. So everyone has their own specialty, and it's only through practice and actually putting yourself in front of a camera that you find out what you are good at in front of a camera or on stage. Yeah.
I think the one tip is like not really a secret. It's just like a trait that I had and some of the people that I know have is like I'm not afraid na magmukhang tanga sa harap ng camera.
That is very important.
That is very important because like at the end of the day I know that I'm really not this dumb. I mean I'm dumb but like not this dumb when like in front of the camera and outside of the camera I mean. So yeah.
That's actually a really good insight. Wait, hold on. That's I'm telling my team to clip that. That is true. Let's discuss that a little bit. I think that to become a content creator, you have to be unafraid to look stupid. Like, you know how you know that meme? You know the meme, the models, and they're told to make an emotion or like a pose, and then like,
Your dog
yes,
just
that one,
died.
like your dog just died. You know, like that. He's afraid to look stupid, correct? But then
Yes, exactly.
it's when you're not afraid to look stupid that you get the actual gigs like commercials because you need to look exaggerated.
Yeah. Like that's why there's VTR. Uh wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. That's why there's VTR because they need to know how expressive you are in front of
Mm-hmm.
the camera.
Yeah, exactly. No, don't be afraid. People always think that content creators are supposed to look sparkly and clean and perfect all the time with all the filters and all that. No. What makes you feel like an authentic content creator is not being afraid to look dumb. And because
Exactly.
talking about how you feel is never going to be as effective as showing people how you feel through your actions and your face. Wow.
So if you are constantly conscious about how you look in front of the camera,
Mm-hmm.
then you won't be able to relay the message that you're trying to relay to people because it won't be as genuine as you thought it out to be.
Yes, because you're
Okay,
busy worrying
because
about
you're
how you
busy
look.
worrying about yourself.
Yeah.
That's basically it. That's why I mean I know it's a very blanket term. Don't be afraid na magmukhang tanga sa camera. Pero it goes much deeper than that.
That's
There's
true.
like there's underlying message through all of that.
Because you're thinking too much about the structure. How are you gonna present it? No, it's not even authentic anymore. That's actually what I do as a host. I don't ask for a script. I very rarely ask for a script because when I have a script, I'm gonna think about what am I supposed to say. I get bullet points and then I just say whatever. And yeah, that I'm pretty sure that's a good tip. So for all the content creators out there who are watching, don't be afraid to look stupid. That's what's gonna
And
make you a
don't,
content creator.
as much as wag nyo ring i-overdo like I mean,
People can smell that. People can feel that.
yeah, people can feel if you're like ingenuine.
Yeah, it's true.
Misgenuine, misgenuine, ungenuine,
Anti-genuine. I don't know
anti-genuine.
what other prefixes.
Yeah,
Nega
pretty
genuine.
much it.
So yeah, that's another tip for that. And the next question. Sorry, we're running a little bit. It was supposed to be an hour. I hope you're enjoying. Hope you're okay. But we're gonna continue. And of all the things you do as a content creator, of all the things, which is your favorite? From the guy who does everything, what is the favorite thing you do? Did he just freeze? Oh my god,
No.
he didn't move. Like you weren't even breathing, dude. Like there was no life. Okay, so which is your favorite?
I guess. Say I'm currently ruling out stuff. I think my favorite, my favorite what do you call this thing to do is just
Maging matanda daw.
acting. I mean, that's I don't know. That's what do you call that? That's instinct. That's not, that's not even like I don't need to think of doing that. I do that. I am that every day. I guess it's just acting in front of the camera, making that one like being in front of the camera. I think that's the most that the most joy that I feel. Whether it's dancing or it's just pretending I'm in a music video and just like doing this in front of the camera and like doing all those. It's just being in front of the camera is a thing that brings me joy, and I guess that one is that's pretty much what I really love doing. And also after that is checking if I did it the way that I would want it to look like.
That's your favorite. That's your second favorite part.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I could have done that better. I could have done something better, and just like constantly trying to learn about
That's
myself,
true.
and then constantly trying to up what I've just done.
That's true because genuinely, like before, as a content creator, making content and finding your niche and the thing that people like you for is not the end of the journey. You're gonna still have to improve, and introspection and watching your own content, cringing at your own content, and finding out how to make it better is good. I would say you've improved if you watch your first video and you cringe like hell.
That's what I was gonna say. Like if you don't cringe at your old content, then that means you didn't improve.
Okay, nice. You said it. Thank God you said it so we can clip that.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, cool. Yeah, that's true. So guys, remember that. Watch your always maybe like would you say every month? Watch the first piece of content that you know. Maybe like after a couple of
Maybe like
months.
every a couple of months, maybe every after 4 months, kasi like unless you can do it every month if you are uploading consistently.
Yeah.
But like if you're not uploading that much, then it's fine.
That's true. Like I used to do tech reviews, man. If I've watched the first tech review I ever made, it's like so bad. It's like wow. Like when I see it, I'm like, please delete this from the internet. I never want to see it again. But yes, thank you for that. That was a very good insight. Next up, okay. How do you ito na. How do you even balance all of this, man? Do you have any tips for variety creators out there? So on Gank, we have streamers, we have cosplayers, we have digital artists, we have all kinds of content creators on there. And a lot of them actually multitask. They do multiple things. Cosplayers that do streaming, cosplayers that do art. And how and some of them get burnt out. But how do you do it? You do so much. How do you balance it, man?
Yeah. It's always a struggle, actually. Like actually balancing that stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, oh, there we go. It's embrace the cringe. Squid nose. Like, as it's something that I said to her in passing, and I don't. And for me, I didn't feel like she actually took it to heart. But like,
She
like
remembered. She
it's okay.
remembered it, bro.
Embrace the cringe, dude. Because like the only way to not be cringe is to accept that you are cringe. You
That's
know,
true.
it's like parang to truly not be stupid is to accept that you are stupid. You know,
It's the bravery
yet
for me. Like the
yeah,
bravery to put yourself and make yourself look funny. Because that's the content that you need. Anyway, going back to the
yeah.
question, bruh.
So what was the question again?
My God.
Balance. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Sorry, balancing. It's a struggle. I think is for me. People joke like right now like I hear people a lot like joke about like I'm just bed rotting all day, but honestly it helps a lot.
May pinaparinggan ka ba? May kilala
No, no,
akong
no, no, no.
nag-bed
Bed rotting, no, 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 because like that's why no, whenever I hear that from like, dude, I hear that from kids. I'm gonna name drop. I hear that from kids, and I'm not even like, whenever I hear that from her, there's no hint of judgment to that, because I know that, yeah, you need
There's
that.
some
A
people. There's some
person
people
needs
who
that.
really need that.
Yeah, I need that. I do brain rot. Sorry, bed rot. Like a day, sometimes, and sometimes I just go out of the house. That's why I walk. That's why I think my I guess therapy sometimes, and I just walk across. I mean, not across, like around my area, and just to see like that's finding out new things. Oh, okay. So meron palang yellow cab dito. So meron palang ano dito. And then there's like a karinderya here. And then there's like a mini cart of pares here in this section. Like, oh, okay. Learning new things. And learning new things, uh, that makes me feel like I'm not stagnating.
Yes.
Because like
Beautiful.
if you are burned out, kasi I feel like one of the things that makes you burnt out is because like you feel like you're doing the same thing over and over again. That's that's why it makes you feel like it makes you unmotivated.
Yes, that's
That's
true.
why as much as possible you try to insert little new things in your life, no matter how little it is, just new things in your life to make it seem like, I mean, to make it like, not seem like, to make it to make make yourself feel,
Like there's a semblance of progress.
yes, a semblance of progress.
Yeah. That's
Ano dun.
like how some adults don't understand why people play video games. And it's
Mm,
sometimes it's that's it. Like they work all the time. That's my thing actually. I work all the time. I edit, I do stuff for Gank, all that stuff. It's tiring, it's repetitive, and I get burnt out. But during my downtime, I also don't like not feeling like I'm moving forward. Alam mo yan? So I'll play a video game. I'll play a video game. If I win, I feel like I had progress. If I play an RPG game, I continue the story, there is progress. Hell, even watching a show during your downtime will make your brain feel like you're progressing
yeah.
during your rest time, right? And
Also, I wanna get into something that like people also feel like there is a thing where whenever you're resting, you rest because you feel like you're burned out, but whenever you rest, you feel like you're unproductive.
yeah,
So like just constant, like, never ending freaking braining. So I that's why I really just encourage those little things, because if it's little, it won't drain you too much.
that's true.
Mm.
It's relaxing, but also there's that progress there.
Mm.
It's therapeutic. Therapeutic. Wow, we are using big words. We are big boys here.
Mm. Onomatopoeia.
All right, so that's how you balance things out. You just do it, and then like during days when you decide, okay, this is my rest day, you walk.
Mm-mm. I'm gonna do something awkward, like something out of pocket. like go outside, beat up a guy. It's like, ooh, that's something new to me. I get beat up
And
as
it's
well.
always exciting to do something new, regardless of what that new thing is. New food, new clothes.
Mm.
It kind of takes you out of like the routine, which burns you out. Yeah. Okay. Next question. Personally, how do you monetize your services as a content creator? Business.
Is this? Um. Well, I monetize it like I guess it's more of like whatever I put out as content. I usually just goes, okay, if people like that, yeah, I can do that. I mean, if there is someone that wants me to do content for them, I'm like, yeah, I can do that for price, you
You-
know. And like, and I guess with some of my jobs naman, like they would, it's
I'm baboy,
already
dude.
a
Like, I'm not even gonna
given.
lie, dude. What the hell you're saying is like you're putting words in front of words in front of words. Look, pero gets ko yung sinasabi mo.
Hindi,
Let me intersperse a little bit baka magets ma words mo.
sige,
It's like you're treating the content, any content you put out, as an online portfolio. And when people see that, they
there we
know
go.
you're capable of that and they might get you to do that thing.
Yeah, but in my style.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know that the thing is for me, I don't really like getting gigs where you have to do this like exactly like
Oh
what
yeah.
we want to. So
I
I'm like
hate that. Then
I
they're
don't.
not getting you for you as a
Yeah,
content creator.
yeah,
They're getting
yes,
you as
exactly that one.
an
Mm,
actor, you know?
mm. Then
Now,
you're not like that one, and I guess some, like I said, some of the work that I do, it's always a given that it would pay me. So I think that's how I monetize it. I guess
that's
you
true.
know.
That's true. So just,
Mm.
like, that's a good way of thinking about it actually. Like any content you do is not wasted because it's part of your portfolio online. People will search you. That nowadays people look at that more than they look at some kind of like demo reel. You know how before for content creators they make a demo reel or like whatever. No, they're gonna look at your social media and they're gonna decide what you're capable of. That's why I've been doing a lot of vlogs with Bianca because I want people to know that I'm capable of doing vlogs. I'm not just
Doing
a
things as
cosplayer.
well.
And then
Yeah.
you show that you can dance. There's a new reel. I saw that you guys were dancing.
Hmm.
Just to remind people, guys, I dance. You need a dancer? I can dance. So in a way, that's
Yeah.
monetizing in a way. And now,
Hmm.
off the top of your head, okay? So we're gonna talk about Gank here. Off the top of your head, how would you personally use a platform like Gank to monetize your brand as a content creator? So before you say anything, I'm gonna give you like you might not be familiar with all the services that we have. We have there are you can sell like merch, you can sell services like for example like shout outs, you can have a donation goal. We also have stuff for streamers because you stream. They have like a donation button. Like when you press it, like someone donates on Gank, it'll show up on the stream, all that stuff. So integration with streams and there's so much more. So how would you use Gank to monetize your type of content as the type of content creator you are?
Mm. I have three on the
Okay,
top of my head.
let's go.
The first one is like request a song and I will choreo it for
Choreo,
you.
okay? You so
Yeah.
request a song and you'll dance
Hmm.
that. Okay.
Yeah. And second one is like, what kind of fight scene do you want me to do?
Woo.
Who do you want me to fight? Like, of course, it's not a real fight, but like, which content creator did you want me to fight? Because I would
Ah,
contact them and I would like, hey man, let's do this, blah blah blah. It's always been a content that I would want to do, but it's just so expensive.
that's
And the
cool.
third one
Wait, before we get
is,
into that, well, you could actually
yeah,
use your donation goal for that. Like the highest donator can choose who the content
who
creator you're gonna do work with,
who
and
I'm gonna fight
who you're
basically.
gonna fight, and
Yeah,
then it funds the shoot as well. Okay, okay.
exactly.
And then the
That's
third, oh,
that's and the third is I will do the skits that you write.
oh my gosh, I like
Yeah.
that idea. That is a
Mm.
but they would have to like buy a ticket, quote unquote ticket. It's kind of like those Halloween specials here in the Philippines
Mm.
where people submit their horror stories and then they reenact it. They make a skit out of it. It's kind of like that. That's a great idea.
And it's also like you send me the skit that you want, and I will do it in my style, but still staying true
To the
to the
story.
original skit that you planned.
It's like those
Basically,
radio dramas, like those radio. You ever ride those cabs or like those grabs late at night when they're listening to like
oh dude, fucking love that. Okay. Kasi sa'yo naman kasi Andrea.
mahal na
Sinabi
mahal
ko
kita.
naman sa'yo, layuan mo na si Joseph.
Hindi ko kayang
Something
layuan.
like
Mahal na mahal ko siya. Stuff like that. It's so good because these are stories that are submitted by their viewers, right? So, you know what? Hashtag get. I failed. Hashtag get Den on Gank. Man, that is it. Say that 5 times fast. Get Den on Gank. Get Den on Gank. I can't do it. But hashtag get Den on Gank. Let's see if we can get him on Gank. And these services, I'm pretty sure people would love to see. They love seeing your skits. They love seeing you work with the pebbles, with Paperbug, with your friends. I'm pretty sure they're interested to see their story told from your perspective and how you would execute it. So let's see. Let's see if we can do something like that in the future. I like it. I like it.
It's bonus if it's really like I really love it if someone sends an embarrassing story about themselves, because like I would make it in a way that I wouldn't laugh at you, but like I'm gonna laugh with you.
Yeah. That's
'Cause,
actually
like,
a brilliant idea.
yeah.
Like imagine if someone like I don't know, like took a dump in their pants in the middle of a class by
Yes.
accident. Like you
And then I will
imagine
make
execute.
another whole backstory about that. Like,
Yeah. And then you can always it's nice because people like knowing that they can collaborate or even like interact with their favorite content creators. You can have a little bump like a pop-up story by blank whoever submitted. That is a good idea. So yes, hashtag get Den on Gank. Ooh, I said it right. And yeah, those are 3 good ideas. I love the last one the most. Absolutely. Now,
yeah.
then we're almost done. Is there anything you want to learn to add to your skill set as a creator? Now, I'm asking you this because Gank does listen to its creators and wants to learn what tools to provide creators, cosplayers, streamers, digital artists, to make their professional journey more fun and smooth. Now, you are a content creator that makes video content. Now, I'm curious, do you think there's anything that we can create on Gank or provide on Gank that would maybe supplement your type of stuff? Anime Yapper.
I don't know. I'd like to get better at making music.
We actually have worked with musicians in Gank, so there are actually some people that provide like streamer safe music. Like if you want streamer safe music
Yes.
on Gank, like you can commission someone to make that for you, and it's like your music forever. You might even want that for the pebbles. You know what? Let's talk after because that's actually a thing. We always struggle. Like, what music are we gonna use for this? What music are we gonna use for this? We know so many musicians, and there's some musicians on Gank, so maybe we can connect you with someone.
Yeah, dude. Content creators
Struggle.
sometimes rival is copyright.
That's true. It's the biggest
So,
struggle. Like,
yeah.
dude, YouTube, man. Like, YouTube, you can get copyright free music on YouTube for YouTube videos, but the moment you use the same freaking music on a Facebook, is dead.
na.
It's copywritten. If the same music that's not copywritten on TikTok or on CapCut, it's copywritten on YouTube. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. All right. So, last question, last one. Do you have a message for anyone who wants to become a content creator? Fanfare stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. For anyone who wants to decide to become a content creator, if you have time to spare and extra resources to spare, I suggest you try a lot of things first before sticking to one. But ultimately, I think the most important thing for a content creator to understand first is to know yourself, like have an identity. Because like I've seen a lot of content creators be something that they're not. Tries to be something that they're not. And like I said, people can
Smell that. They can smell that.
smell that. They can feel ingenuity, right? So what if it's something, if you're doing a content that you're not enjoying, you know, then it will spill onto the audience. But if you know your identity, you know what you are, you know how what you like, and you know how you are in an everyday life, you know what you want, you know what you don't want, then it's easy for audience to digest that. Then once you know that, then you can expand on basically on yourself. That's pretty much the um what do you call this, the tip that I would give. Also, sorry, also don't be afraid to, like I said, don't be afraid to look dumb on camera. Don't be try not to get discouraged for all the I guess just for the lack of better term, naysayers. The
Haters,
first
man.
time you are
Haters.
making content, because everyone will always start out as a beginner. No one will start out very good.
That's true.
So uh whoever, like, I guess, trash talks when you're starting out content, if it makes you feel, if to you it was good, then you don't have to mind it, because like maybe that's not their thing, maybe that's not your target audience.
That's true. And
Yeah.
it's true. The more you know yourself, the more you know your strengths and your weaknesses, the more you know how to supplement your character. Parang anime yun. You know, like how everyone has that starting Zoid or whatever, Zoid or Gundam. And then like, of course, it does one thing. It does like the specialty or whatever. Blade Liger has blades or whatever. It's gonna get better as the show, they supplement whatever it's good at. That's really bad reference point, but whatever. You know,
Yeah.
like know yourself, know what makes you tick, know what makes
Yeah.
you a good content creator, then supplement what
And
you know
then
is
play
good.
around with that. Yeah.
Because if
Basically.
you try to supplement something that you know you're not good at or you're not, it's just like you become indistinguishably plain. No one can distinguish what sets you apart. Yes, sir.
People
Yes,
will
sir.
call you fake pa, and
Yep.
people will not watch it.
But that's not to say don't try new things, no? You can
Mm.
experience something as yourself. You know, you can still. I never fished before, but when we did
Mm.
the fishing content, you and me, we were ourselves
Mm.
still fishing. So that's why it's
But
less
like
about the
there's
activity and more about who you are, right?
yeah, like for example, there's a difference between like, hey, I'm uh for example, you're gonna make a video of like fishing, right? And blah blah blah. I'm fishing, blah blah blah. This one. So this is, and you're gonna tell people like, oh, this is how like you know how to set up a hook, but like you don't know any of that shit. Just say, if you say that like, okay, this is my first time, I don't know what is going on, but this is, I'm learning. You're taking them through the journey with you,
Yes,
and that
yes.
is more authentic, and that would,
Then pretending you know everything
yeah, the
and then getting it
pretending you know,
wrong.
and yeah, like remember, it's easier to relate to someone who's dumb than someone who's smart.
Oh, that is such a good quote. It's
Ah,
easier to because what sounds better? Wow, I didn't know he knew that. That's great. Now I know that he knows that.
mm,
Versus, dang, this guy's a know-it-all. Like I
mm.
didn't know that, but he pretends that you know. Like it's always yeah. That was a really good quote. We should clip that. Gank team, if you guys are watching, please clip that. Yeah. Please. Okay. Thank you so much, man. You know what's up. We're
You're
gonna order
welcome.
that Chowking.
Oh my god, dude!
I'm
Of course.
starving, bro. So, again, if you guys want to see more of Den Gerard, he's always in events. He might be dropping by this weekend at Tanabata Festival, hanging out with me, Kids in Solibo, and Bianca. So please do support Den Gerard. Tell me your social media account so that these people can follow you, my guy.
Just any social media account, just type in Den Gerard, I'm there. If there is another Den Gerard, please
Dude, you don't have a
tell
Twitter.
me.
You don't have X.
I don't have X. I used to, but like I don't have it anymore. So I only have Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch.
That's right,
That's it.
man. So everyone, guys, if you want to support him, Den Gerard, and again, you can see more of his stuff with the Pebbles. So please also follow them and follow Paperbug
Bug
TV. We,
TV.
we got lots of stuff cooking for you. So yes, thank you so much, man. It was such a pleasure working with you. Always a pleasure working with you, actually. And
Pretty good. Pretty good.
yeah,
Love
thank
it,
you so
dude.
much. And goodbye, man.
I hope
Have a
I
good
gave
evening.
you some quotable quotes.
Yes, you did. Plenty, actually. I'm gonna remember these things. I'm gonna write
Oh,
it on.
damn! You counted. Damn. Love it.
What?
You counted? You said 20?
No, I didn't count them. I said like
Oh, you said plenty.
plenty of them.
I thought, man, I thought
Plenty
you
of
said
them.
20. I'm like, what?
My
I
people are
don't
like,
remember
what the hell
saying-
is this interview? Like they're just yapping. Anyway, so much thanks, bro. Glad to have you here. Maybe one day we can have an episode with the Pebbles. Soon, because again, they're just like you, they're content creators, but they are new content creators. I want to know, maybe we can have that for an episode. I want to know how to establish yourself as a new up and coming new content creator. How do you set yourself apart in a sea? There's so many content creators out there. So how? So maybe we can do that with the Pebbles. Maybe. All right. See you, man. And
Definitely.
good night, everyone. Have a good dinner. Goodbye.
Sure, okay. Bye, everyone. Have a good time.
Oh my God. Yun yung monkey, diba? Hey, have a good time. All right. Goodbye. Ending soon.